chance today. Clouds drift lazy like they wanna stay. Pour a little peace into my favorite mug. Blanket around my shoulders, warm like a hug. This stillness feels like gold in a world that never slows. Sunday in my cup, I'm sipping it slow. Time melts away where the quiet things grow. No need to rush, no need to run. This moment's mine till the setting sun. Shoes by the door, the rain taps gently, not asking for more. The hum of the kettle, the scent of toast. Today I'm choosing what I need the most. This silence writes my name in a rhythm soft and tame. Sunday in my cup, I'm sipping it slow. Time melts away where the quiet things grow. No need to rush, no need to run. This moment's mine till the setting sun. Let the world keep turning, I won't chase. I'm happy here in this gentle place. Sunday in my cup and nothing to prove. The world feels softer when I don't move. No calendar calls, no ticking sound. Just me and the warmth I found. The glass was cold, the ink ran white. You sat alone, but so did I. Between the drops a rhythm grew, a song I wasn't meant to view. The city blurred, but I stayed near and wrote your silence crystal clear. Notes from the window drifting slow, stories you didn't mean to show. But every breath and every glance fell softly in a paper dance. Tapped your spoon 3 times in thought. Each motion sang what time forgot. And though we never spoke a word, I swear your sorrow still was heard. Your eyes said more than you could say, as ink and steam both slipped away. Notes from the window drifting slow, stories you didn't mean to show. But every breath breath and every glance fell softly in a paper dance. We never met, we never knew, but still your song came shining through. Notes from the window, now they stay in quiet tunes that guide my day. Sometimes a heart writes just enough without a page, without a touch.
The chair across from mine is bare, but I still pour a cup like you were there. The string of lights above still glows, but something colder now it shows. The doorbell chimes, but it's not you, just echoes I keep passing through. Cafe lights and lonely nights, a blend of warmth and faded rights. We shared a booth, we spilled a song, but quiet now feels twice as long. I trace the rim where your hand lay. The foam still swirls in ghostly play, and though the cup is freshly poured, it tastes like chapters we ignored. I stir my thoughts, they won't dissolve. Your absence I can't quite resolve. Cafe lights and lonely nights, a blend of warmth and faded rights. We shared a booth, we spilled a song, but quiet now feels twice as long. The walls remember what we were. In every whisper, every slur, cafe lights still softly gleam, but you exist now in a dream.
You wrote your name with fog and breath, a tiny note defying death on window glass that softly steamed, a love declared, or so it seemed. The letters dripped, the ink was air, but still I found your promise there. Stained glass letters fade too soon, like morning mist and silver moon. You never stayed, but left me proof in fog-bound lines and simple truth. The heat inside, the cold beyond, a barrier of love unspun. You didn't knock, you didn't stay, but wrote your heart before you strayed. I pressed my hand to where you drew, hoped it meant you felt it too. Stained glass letters fade too soon, like morning mist and silver moon. You never stayed, but left me proof in fog-bound lines and simple truth. Some love's too light to etch in stone, but strong enough when we're alone. Stained glass letters gone by noon, still echo like a distant tune. You may have vanished with the chill, but part of you is writing still. One spoon, one cup, one morning light, one hand that used to hold me tight. Now it stirs alone without your laugh. In drinks we used to split in the cafe knows, the barista sees that love can leave in twos and threes. I'm stirring with one hand today, learning how to be okay. The sugar blends, but not my But now this cup just barely still reminds me of your gentle rules and all the ways we broke the tools. I clink the spoon against my doubt and swirl until the ache wears out. I'm stirring with one hand today, learning how to be okay. The sugar blends but not my pain, still sweet and silent in the rain. Healing's not fast, it moves like steam, evaporating every dream. I'm stirring with one hand, but slow, and every sip I start to know that even when the chairs are bare, I still find comfort stirring there.
I saw you by the corner seat, the same old grin, the tapping feet. We hadn't talked since things went cold, but now your eyes were soft, not bold. You raised your cup, I did the same. Two souls too tired to name the blame. Second pour, not like the first. Less sweet, more calm, less quench, more thirst. We didn't stir, we didn't rush, just shared the space, the silent hush. You asked if I still played guitar. I said sometimes, just not that far. You laughed and said you missed the chords. I smiled and whispered, same as yours. The air was thick with what we'd lost, but worth a sip despite the cost. Second pour, not like the first. Less sweet, more calm, less quench, more thirst. We didn't stir, we didn't rush, just shared the space, the silent hush. Just ghosts and steam and silences. Second pour, a soft goodbye, not broken hearts, just drifting sky. I'll think of you in every brew. Something old that once was new. Second pour, not like the first. Less sweet, more calm, less quench, more thirst. We didn't stir, we didn't rush. Just share the space, the silent hush. Table for one, but that's okay. I brought a book, I'll stay all day. The world still moves, the cups still clink, and I have space and time to think. The waiter smiled, no need to lie. I smiled back and didn't cry. Table for one, and I belong in quiet moments, soft and strong. I've learned to sit with just my name and feel no less and feel no shame. The foam still swirls, the jazz still plays, a tender joy in simple ways. I watch the door, but not for you, just curious at something new. The spoon and stir, my only sound, but still I feel some peace around. Table for one, and I belong in quiet moments, soft and strong. I've learned to sit with just my name and feel no less and feel no shame. Some days I miss the way in tune, but I've become a better view. Table for one, but heart is wide. No need to wait or run or hide. And as I sip this final brew, I'm not alone, I'm full of two.
and pour the thoughts one by one, drip by drip. The future grows in every hope. The flavor shows. I write a plan on napkin sides while caffeine lives and thought collides. Pour over dreams, slow and true, like morning light in shades of blue. No rush to bloom, no need to shout, just tiny steps in swirling doubt. The world outside still moves too fast, but here each second seems to last. I taste the life I aim to make in every pause, in every break. Some dreams don't scream, they softly hum and show you where the peace will come. Pour over dreams, slow and true, like morning light in shades of blue. No rush to bloom, no need to shout, just tiny steps in swirling doubt. You don't need fame to feel the grace, just love that drips in perfect pace. Pour over dreams, let them rise like steam that draws in open skies. And in this cup I always find the taste of hope I left behind. You never needed to explain. The way you looked was so humane. No shouting love or grand parade, just presence in the lightest shade. A cup you passed, your hand near mine, spoke louder than the loudest line. Quiet as foam, your love arrives. It fills the gaps where noise survives. No fireworks, no crashing tone, just peace that pours as soft as foam. You'd stir, I'd smile, the world would slow. A song without a need to show. We lived in glances, tea-stained light, and never rushed to hold too tight. Your silence was my favorite sound, the kind that wraps, that sticks around. Quiet as foam, your love arrives. It fills the gaps when noise survives. No fireworks, no crashing tone, just peace that pours as soft as foam. The world may scream and shout its way, but I still sip your softest stay. Quiet as foam, still in my cup. When days get loud, I drink you up. A gentle wave I call my own. You are my love. Quiet as foam, quiet as foam. Quiet as foam, your love arrives. It fills the gaps when noise survives. No fireworks, no crashing tone, just peace that pours as soft as foam. Just peace that pours as soft as foam.
The cup is warm, the words are stuck. I trace the rim with quiet love. You're sitting still, the time feels slow, but I can feel the moment go. The steam begins to lift and sway. If I don't speak, it fades away. Before the steam fades in the air, let me say the love I bear. Before the warmth is gone too fast, let this be the truth that lasts.
The windows fall,
with grace. I nodded, took a little space, a window seat, a book in hand, andเพลงเกี่ยวกับการนั่งคนเดียวในร้านกาแฟแต่รู้สึกพอใจในความเงียบและความเป็นอิสระที่ได้กลับมา Table for one but full of light. No one to please or need to fight. I sip alone but I'm not blue. I found my peace without the two. The couples laugh, the groups all cheer, but solitude is quiet, clear. No bitter taste, no empty chair, just me, myself, and mocha air. The sun slides in across my plate and whisper that it's blue and gray. Table for one but full of light. No one to please, no need to fight. I sip alone, I'm not blue. I found my peace without the two. I'm not alone, I'm simply whole. With coffee, dreams, and gentle soul. Table for one, the finest view. A cup, a breeze, a self that grew. So next you ask if I'm alone, I'll smile and say I'm finally home. You said just five more beats between the sips and subway streets. You stirred your cup, I watched your hands like time itself obeys demands. A caramel pause, a little grace. You soften lines upon my face. Caramel pause, just you and me in moments warm as memory. No words required, just silence sweet.
My favorite part, you leave your print upon my heart. And though you go, I still can see your paws still melting into me. The streets aren't loud, the sky's still blue. The cafe light begins to strew. The mugs are cold, the pots are hot, and stirring spoons have just been caught. The air is calm, the crowd is thin, and peace begins from deep within. The stirring hour, the quiet bend, before the rush, before pretend, a sacred time in coffee's grace, where life still moves at patient pace. The first few sips, the book's still closed, the corners yawn, the curtains doze, and I just sit and feel the steam, and maybe life's a slower dream. No deadlines here, no chime, no sound, just gentle swirls and peace I've found. The stirring hour, the quiet bend, before the rush, before pretend, a sacred time in coffee's grace, where life still moves at patient pace. If I could live just in this slice, I'd trade the world, I'd pay the price. The stirring hour, forever dear. You brew my calm, you keep me near. In every day I seek that flower, my soul's retreat. The stirring hour. You didn't rush, you didn't chase. You smiled and held your perfect pace.
like morning's first and careful pour. You taught me love means something more. No need to bone, no need to burn. You showed me how to wait and learn. Slow pour love like morning light, steady hands and quiet might. You brewed my heart with calm and care. Now every breath you're everywhere. The world may spin, the noise may grow, but we still steep in something slow. Your every word, like drip by drip, a language formed in silent sip. You never yelled, you never rushed, but every touch was deeply hushed. Slow pour love like morning light, steady hands and quiet might. You brewed my heart with calm and care. Now every breath you're everywhere. In waiting I found something deep, a love that grows, a love that keeps. Slow pour love, you fill my days in steady streams and mellow ways. No sugar rush, no fire above, just me and you. Slow pour love. Shoes click fast on tile and glass. Another day, another pass. But here I stand with cup in hand, and let the world misunderstand. The bitter taste, the jolt, the fire reminds me why I still aspire. Espresso echoes in my soul, a shot of truth to make me whole. The world may shout, the noise may grow, but here I breathe and let it flow. I watch the steam dance through the air, I choose to wear. The pages turn, the clocks complain, but in this cup I feel no change. The echo hums beneath my skin, a steady pulse that sings within. Espresso echoes in my soul, a shot of truth to make me whole. The world may shout, the noise may grow, but here I breathe and let it flow. The chaos waits beyond this place, but I've reclaimed a slower pace. Espresso echoes brave and deep, a promise made I choose to keep. In every ounce, in every glow, I find myself in espresso. The sky's a swirl of cream and tan, like steamed milk spun by loving hands. You sat beside me, eyes so wide, with clouds like sugar drifting by. The breeze was soft, our hearts in bloom, like sipping love inside this room. Cappuccino sky, sweet and warm, you hold me close, I feel no harm. With every glance, the world floats high. We dream beneath the cappuccino sky. We shared a cup, no need for words. The silence sang like morning birds. You traced a heart upon your sleeve. I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. That golden dusk, our secret hue, painted the sky with me and you. Cappuccino sky, sweet and warm, you hold me close, I feel no harm. With every glance, the world floats high. We dream beneath a cappuccino